Practice matches are underway, which means opening round is just 1 week away. It's exciting times. Footy is officially back, and I cannot wait, as I'm sure most of you cannot wait as well. What that also means, if you are a footy nerd, like myself, is you're having a look at the practice matches, and you're looking at who's performing and who's not for your SuperCoach side. Because if you are an average SuperCoach player like myself, you're trying to get someone who might be well priced. You're trying to find a gem in there that you might not see. So what I haven't done before, but what I'm going to do today, I'm going to reveal to you my SuperCoach team as it stands right now. By all means, it will change before round 2 when it finally kicks off. It will change. I can guarantee that. But this is what I have right now. I'm going to reveal to you, and I'm going to discuss you my options as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Up the Guts channel, and yes, this is my Tricky's SuperCoach team reveal. Now, if you have been enjoying this series and want to stay up to date with all our footy content as AFL season is among us, it's in the air, we can smell it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you're notified whenever we upload. And please guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and comment while you're there. As we have seen and I have explained earlier, the YouTube algorithm is loving the likes and comments especially, but in particular likes. So if you enjoyed this video or you just want to support a fellow SuperCoach lover and AFL lover, hit that like button right now. Let's boost those likes up. Let's try and get 10 likes on this video. As I said, now it's time to get into my SuperCoach team reveal. Let's start off with the defenders right now. Right, so how I'm going to do it, I'm going to read out my 6 defenders and my 2 bench defenders, and then we'll go back over player by player. So, my defenders are as read: Nasiah Wanganeen-Malira, Connor Rozee, Jasper Fletcher, Miles Bergman, Zeke Newland, Jacob Farrow, Lachlan Carmichael, and Wade Dirksen, who I just brought in yesterday. Right, so let's start off with Nasiah Wanganeen-Malira. Let me turn SuperCoach Plus on right now. So Nasiah Wanganeen-Malira is pretty much a given for most teams. Will play more of a midfield role this year. We know that. He's currently 622.3k if you want to grab him. His break even is 115, so it is a bit risky that, but we know he's a really good getter. We'll find plenty of the ball. We'll use the ball well as well. Connor Rozee, my next one, 568.5k, so another premium player. We'll make that move to halfback, and we know SuperCoaches love people who kick the footy, and that's exactly what Connor Rozee's role is going to be down there. We'll use the ball well. We'll get his hands on plenty of the ball, and we'll look to kick and kickstart that attack. As I mentioned, I give the keys of attack. He will kickstart Port Adelaide's attack. If you want to see a video where I give a player from each club the keys to attack, who I think will kickstart the fast ball movement, as that's what's going to get you be successful in 2026. Go back to the channel, and my most recent video, you'll see it there, giving the keys to a player from giving the keys of attack to a player for each club. So make sure you have a watch of those videos, as Connor Rozee, spoiler, is one of them. But if you want to see who I think your club player is, make sure to go and watch that video as well. But as I said, Connor Rozee, 568.5k, a break even of 105. He's actually projected to hit that, and I think that is a good get. Now, a player who's coming in leaps and bounds as a really good player in that defense for Brisbane, probably one of them becoming more and more important as the year goes on and just developing, is Jasper Fletcher. And you can grab Jasper Fletcher for 474.3 now. His break even is 88 now. If you're new to his break even, let me explain this, guys. I'm no expert for SuperCoach. I always ask a lot of questions to people who I know and I learn along the way. I'm just giving you the knowledge I know of football and what I know. So his break even is 88. How break even works, you want to make coin off these players. So if Jasper Fletcher goes out opening, did they play opening round? Just to say they play round 1. If Jasper Fletcher goes out round 1 and gets a score above 88, he will go up in value. If he gets a score below 88, he will go down in value. And if he gets 88, he stays at 474.3k. But I think Jasper Fletcher is really going to take another step in the competition, becoming one of the damaging half-backers in the league, and I don't want him to make that move to midfield, or if he does, not yet, not this season, have another season of damaging at halfback. So that's just for Fletcher. Next up, we have got a person who will do a straight swap with Connor Rozee. As Connor Rozee comes to the back line, this player will move into the midfield as a big body midfielder, and that's Miles Bergman. Miles Bergman, 447.4K, purely as a big body midfielder. His break even is 83. Now, if we go over to 83, but there was times when he started making that move into the midfield and playing run with roles, he was getting scores of over 100. So I expect him. I could see Miles Bergman at the end of the season averaging 95 to 100 per game. So I think this is a really good get. That's just my personal opinion. And break even of 83 with 36% likelihood of making that. So I would not be surprised if Miles Bergman by round 10 is worth above 500K. That's my opinion. Then we'll head over to some of my rookies in the last two spots. So first off, we have got Zeke Uland. What draft pick was Zeke Uland? Was he pick 3? Let's quickly do that. Zeke Uland. Obviously, a very early pick. Pick 2 to the Gold Coast Suns from their academy. Obviously, the younger brother of Bodie Uland. While Bodie Uland is more of a defender, Zeke Uland is a midfielder. We'll find it hard to get into that midfield spot, but Damien Hardwick has already said that he is right to go in there. So expecting to play a bit of wing, maybe a bit of half back as well. Get him for 199K with break even at 37. He's pretty much given to make coin off that there. So he'll go up in value. So this will, I'm saying it now, this will be, if you want to get Zeke Uland, who Damien Hardwick's already pretty much said he's guaranteed a spot. He would have been playing last year. This will be the cheapest you get him with a break even at 37, 199. Now we move over to another player in Jacob Farrow from the Bombers, 163K. Now, why I've picked Jacob Farrow is purely because has a break even of 30. Reason I picked Jacob Farrow is what I've heard coming out of the hangar is he's a beautiful ball user off that half back line. Will eventually move into the midfield, but he's a beautiful user of the ball. SuperCoach, as I mentioned with Connor Rozee, they love players who kick the footy, and they love people who use the ball prop really well. So with a break even of 30, I can see Jacob Farrow making some good cash there to kickstart the season as well. Now, my emergencies. Now, these two players I could both see be playing in their first game. First off is Lockie Carmichael from the Western Bulldogs. A lot of talk coming out of the Bulldogs kennel about Lachlan Carmichael. A lot of really good talk. Trained the house down in preseason. 113.5K. Is a defender midfielder, so a DDP, which is someone who's a dual position player. So a lot of talk. I heard that at 113.5K for break even at 21. You can't go wrong with Lachlan Carmichael. And the player that I brought in yesterday after his match, his preseason match, and with 18 disposals, was Wade Dirksen. Now, I'm not sure if he'll be there in the first game, but Jacob Wiedering is down. He's raced the clock. They said he could be right. But he did look comfortable down there, but so did Harry Dean. Probably fight with Harry Dean for a spot. But for 99.1K, I thought I'd just chuck him in there. So there are my defenders. Now let's head over to the midfielders. All right, midfielders, let's start off with my premium players. And to kickstart this one, now I have the captaincy on him, but that's just been automatic that I've had it on him. Don't necessarily haven't locked in my captain and vice captains as of yet. Plenty of time to do that, but it's Zach Butters. Now, Zach Butters' first game in round 1 will be against North Melbourne, so expect him to rack up plenty of the ball. Where's Zach Butters? He's finally loaded here. So Zach Butters, 654.8K, a break even of 121. As I mentioned, playing Port Adelaide could quite easily break that, but I understand if that 654.8K bracket is a bit too high of a bracket for other people, but I think it's a really good one, especially with the likelihood of coming up against North Melbourne. We know what a great player Zach Butters is, hard at it, in and under, so he was a really one that took my fancy. The second player was an automatic lock for me, and yes, I'm biased, being a Collingwood supporter, but it is Nick Dacos at 628.4K. If we go over here, when they say outcoing, they only say their first game. So his first game will be Sunday opening round against St Kilda. I imagine they'll run Windhager with him. So he has a break even of 116 at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get back to some, not back to better form, but when he's being tagged, it'll be interesting to see the different differentials in scores of when he's not being tagged. But purely that he was a lock for me, and purely because I'm a Collingwood supporter as well, and in my personal opinion, is the best player in the comp. My third premium player is from the Sydney Swans, and it's none other than Errol Goulden. Now, I understand Errol Goulden rolled his ankle yesterday. Fingers crossed that he gets up. They said he should be fine, but at 566.6k, I thought this was a real steal. Break even 105, and we know he loves to kick the ball and uses the ball really well. So I thought Errol Goulden was a nice addition to my team. Now we go to my mid-price picks. And we start off with the Fremantle Docker midfielder in Hayden Young. Now, this one is a risky one because of his injury problems the last, say, about 2 years at 389k. But I think that's a steal at 389k if he gets his body right with a break even of 72. Could really make some serious coin. Beautiful user of the footy, playing more of a midfield forward front wall. Even if he goes to halfback, we'll find plenty of the footy. The only thing question mark is, can he stay fit? If he stays fit, he will be in the 500k plus mark without a doubt. So I was really willing to run the risk on Hayden Young. By all means, I still got a couple of weeks where I can change that if he does go down prior to that. Next up is a player who I think could bounce back, and at that price, we know he finds plenty of the footy, and that's Darcy Parish from the Bombers at 334.6k. This guy used to rack up the ball for fun. I get it. He's fallen away a little bit. Had some soft tissue injuries, I believe, in that so. But Darcy Parish at his best finds plenty of the footy. It's at 334.6k. I had to add him to my side. Then we go to my rookie players. We'll start off first from the Tigers. He's a defender midfielder, and it's Samuel Grill. Now, it's spelled Grlj, but I've heard that it's pronounced and Grill. At 172k, another player who uses the ball really well. A break even of 32, so hoping to make some coin there. Next up is the ball magnet Bull from the Essendon Football Club in Dyson Sharp. A lot of talk about Dyson Sharp, one of the best players through the carnival. I believe he got the best player through it. 149.5k with a break even of 28. The only question mark Dyson Sharp had on him was he's dominated all his juniors, but they were wondering if he could back it up and can it match at AFL level, because he's been a bigger body. Will he get caught out at AFL level? But we don't know until we try, and when a player has put on disposals, 30, 40 disposal games like that, I think he starts first game, and I imagine he will make some coin with a break even of 28. Now, the next one was a given for every single player from the Blues. We saw him get 38 disposals last night in the practice game, and that is Jagger Smith at 119.9k. Now, it's taken away the stat of ownage percentage that I can see, but I imagine his ownage is about 70%. At that coin, break even at 22 is going to make you plenty of value cash. I believe he scored about 110, 115 last night. So I think it's an absolute given. Every player should have Jagger Smith in their starting lineup. Now we go over to the three bench players I got Tyan Printable from the Collingwood Football Club. A lot of good talk coming out of the Pies. We saw him a little bit in the practice game. 113.5k with break even of 21, but it's just kind of a guess here. Fremantle Docker forward mid in Leon Kickett. Now, the Dockers do like him. Will they play him early? I'm not too sure, but at 99.1k, I chucked him on the bench alongside a player who I think could play really early in Ollie Greaves at 99.1k. It's an absolute mystery how Ollie Greaves was left to the rookie draft. No one knows why it happened, but 99.1k, we're break even at 82, finds the ball, a big body midfielder. I've chucked Ollie Greaves in there. Now let's head over to my three-man ruck. All right, ruckman. Now we know with the new ruck rules, it's going to favour probably some more agile ruckmen, so I've gone big. The first player I've gone with is Luke Jackson. Will play a ruck or a midfield role. Either way, we know he's an absolute agile, finds plenty of the footy, impacts the scoreboard, is a known well-scored SuperCoach player at 611.2k, a break-even 113. Now, I'm not. It'll depend on what role they're playing. Will he break that? They won't play him forward. Let's not break that. I imagine. Let's not even think that. That's just not going to happen. If Sean Darcy's fit, I think they'll play him as a ruck. And they even said it last preseason that they were going to play him as a big body midfielder, and then it just never happened. But I would argue you play Jackson in the ruck, you're already playing as another midfielder anyway, because just how agile he is. So he was a lock for me. And next to a player who's going to value from these new ruck rules, arguably the most in competition, the new St Kilda recruit in Tom De Koning at 524.2k, a break even at 97. He was an absolute lock for me. And my bench player is a player who apparently has been turning the house down from the Baggers, is Liam Reedy, the new recruit coming across from the Fremantle Dockers, 119.9k, or a break even of 22, because they could possibly go with him and Mark Pitnet both on the side. That's definitely something they can look at, but I'm also keeping an eye on Adelaide, sorry. He used to be at Sydney, I believe. Adelaide's Lockie McAndrew. They looks like they've gone past Riley O'Brien, especially the new ruck rolls is not going to favour him. So keep an eye on Lockie McAndrew as another one who's a cheap value. Believe he's about that same price as Liam Reedy, around that 119, 115 mark. So keep, we'll even just chuck that. We'll even look at that one up right now. If we get up there, we go with Lachlan. We search this one up. Lachlan Andrew. There you go. 119.9 with a break even of 22. Looks like they're favouring him over Riley O'Brien, so keep an eye on that one. Right, so those are my ruckmen. Now let's get over to my forwards. All right, my forwards, first off, starting off with a player who's an absolute lock every year that I play since he was drafted, and that is Harry Sheezel at 580.4k. Has the midfield forward DDP. This season, I believe he had that last. No, I believe he was a defender mid, and then maybe possibly got changed to a midfield forward later in the season when he started playing it, but definitely started as a defender this year. Doesn't have the defender option at all this season. Will not see him at halfback. With break even of 107, Harry Sheezel's an absolute lock for me. Next up, I've actually gone with a Gold Coast Sun new recruit at 522.3k. I've gone with Christian Petrarca. Now, an interesting choice. And this might be an interesting choice, but I think Petrarca is that missing piece of the Gold Coast Suns. Not necessarily missing piece. What I mean is he's the perfect player to add to their already developing side that could go on and really threat for the flag. Now, yes, I get he probably plays a similar role and might nullify the impact Bailey Humphrey might have, but we know how good Christian Petrarca is at his best. Was really good in the first preseason match as well. We're a break even of 97. I reckon he can make you some coin. And if he does play a bit of forward too, impacts the scoreboard, there's some plenty of points there. We know he's a goal-kicking midfielder. He's a centre forward midfielder. You won't see him down in the back line. Next up now, I'm up in the air about this pick. But then he goes and has, was it 27-5 in the practice match? It's Cozzy Pickett at 494.9k. Midfield forward, break even of 91. Now, the only thing I'm worried about now is without Clayton Oliver and Christian Petrarca there, does the load fall on him a bit more to play a lot more midfield minutes, and then he doesn't have any coverage. Will he be there at the start, round 2? I don't know. I might get too scared and trade him out. But at the moment, I've got Cozzy Pickett. We know if he turns it on, like some games that he can, so he can score high hundreds, but he can also have games where he scores low 70s to high 60s. So he's a gamble that I'm willing to take at the moment. Next up is the absolute value of this SuperCoach. It's someone who's been known to score SuperCoach really well over his years at the Gold Coast Suns. And that's Sam Flanders at St Kilda. You can get him as a forward for just 396 0.6K. I can't see, if we have a look at his career stats, so his break even is 73. We have a look here. His break even is 73, and in 2025, he averaged 73.3, but in 2024, he averaged 119 points per game. So I'm willing to run that risk. He got pushed out of the midfield with Anderson, Rao, Miller, Humphrey all running through there. So he got pushed out to more of a half forward flank. Here he comes across to St Kilda, will play predominantly as a starting midfielder, so expecting to get his hands on plenty of the footy and make some more coin at only a break even of 73. Next up, sticking with the St Kilda theme, I've gone with a risk again. Mateus Philippou at 168.4K with a break even of 31. Another one who can make some cash there, because if he stays fit, he can have an impact on this St Kilda side, and I think it's time he does having it, has all the potential. He just needs to stay fit, and I think he's a good value pick at 168.4K. Next one I got, and someone who looked really good for the Gold Coast Suns in the practice game, I thought, is Gold Coast forward Leo Lombard at just 119.9K with a break even of 22. Had that spark, has a bit of dash, can hit the scoreboard, hopefully make some coins there. Then my bench ones are just players that I've chucked in there. First off is from the Dockers. I've gone with, if it wants to load, Tobin Murray. If it wants to load, so I can give you a little synopsis of how much we are looking at for Tobin Murray. I might just get out of this now. No, we'll get out of this one, and we'll try and click on Tobin Murray again. All right, it doesn't want to do it for me. Apologies for that one. So I can just read it here. But Tobin Murray, we got him. Oh, it doesn't tell me the price. I believe he was a number 99.1 K1, break even of 21. Then Nathan Chamberlain with a break even of 18 from the Sydney Swans as well. Now, lucky last. This is the hardest position in my opinion on the park, because my way to go about it, I think you want to play a DDP player in there, but you don't want to put a really high value player in there. So how the flex player works is, if your flex player scores higher than your lowest scored player, you will get the flex player score instead of the lowest scored, the score of the lowest scored player on your starting lineup. Now, I've gone with a DDP from, no, sorry, he's not even a DDP at the moment, but he will become a DDP because he is going to play the role as a key defender instead of a key forward for the Port Adelaide Football Club. I've gone with Todd Marshall at just 100. I think it was 177, 178K. It doesn't want to load for me at the moment. I just want to check, is my internet working here as we have a look? I wouldn't know, I'm in full screen anyway. But 178K, going to play the role as a key defender. We know he's a beautiful user of the footy, especially inside 50 kicks when he pushes up the ground. Really good set of hands, that intercepting role. And we know, we've said it numerous times, Supercoach love people who kick the footy and use the footy really well. So I think Todd Marshall could be a really good pick at that flex position. And then if a player goes down, I can easily put him on the park as well in the forward position. But for now, I've got him in the flex position. Will he stay? I'm not too sure. A lot of people have gone with Cooper Duff Tyler. I might just want to hold on that one. He's a ruck forward, but again, he's only going to his first season, and he's a West Coast player. We know West Coast are going to struggle again this year, so I would hold off on a player like Cooper Duff Tyler. Well, there you have it, guys. There is my Supercoach team as we speak. Quickly go over it. Defenders, Nasai, Wingini, Malira, Rosie, Fletcher, Bergman, Newland, Farrow. Bench, Carmichael, Dirksen. Midfielders, Butters, Dacos, Goulden, Young, Parrish, Grill, Sharp, Smith. Bench, Printable, Kickett, and Greaves. Rucks, I'm going Jackson, TDK, and Reedy. It's my emergency ruck. My forwards, Sheasel, Petrarca, Pickett, Flanders, Philippou, Lombard. My bench, Murray and Chamberlain, and my flex, Marshall. Let me know in the comments who you like and who you don't like, and who you got running with. Any valuable picks that you want to leave in the comments. If you do enjoy Supercoach content, leave a like and comment on this video, and comment below so I can possibly keep running this type of content throughout the season as we go. So let me know if this is the sort of content you guys would like to see. But that's going to wrap it up for today's, guys. So excited, footy just around the corner. But if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and comment on it. As we mentioned, algorithm really liking likes, so let's try and smash at least 10 likes on this video. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on as we race towards 400 subscribers, hopefully 500. It's going up and up as we speak. If you don't have time to listen, sit down and watch this, I will have this available for you via audio on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. So if you're an audio listener right now and you did enjoy the show, make sure to leave a like and comment. A like and comment on this show. Hit that follow button. Turn the notification bell on so you're notified whenever we upload. Shares off to a mate, a fella who loves their SuperCoach as well. And please, guys, remember to leave a 5-star rating, as that does help push the show out there. Thank you guys for listening and watching along. And until next time, I'll see you guys then.